Hey Coach, how are you?
I'm doing well, Mike. Hope you are too.
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're excited to have you share what your student athletes are doing. But before we get started, in case somebody doesn't know who you are, what are your duties and responsibilities as the Director of Athletics?
So my responsibility, obviously, is to oversee this department and provide the best quality experience that we can for our student athletes. And obviously, that needs a team, right? So from our coaching staff, our full-time support staff, our athletic trainers, it's critical in order for us to deliver the best experience possible that we have a good team, and we do. The second piece, or the second platform that I believe is part of athletics, is I need to steward this department, whether it deals with the coaching staff, the conference, the NCAA, this university, in order to represent athletics in the best light possible, and to know that the experience that we want to provide our student athletes is holistic, not just in their competitive arena, but their growth and development as people. And that's important to what we do.
Thank you so much for sharing. Now, before COVID-19, what were some of the opportunities your student athletes had?
So obviously, their competitive and practice environment changed drastically with COVID. But due to the diligence of our athletic training staff, our coaches, medical professionals, we were able to provide an experience, right? But it was far more limited, right? We weren't competing, but we wanted to make sure that we kept them engaged. There was some programming that was going on through the MAC office. There were seminars on financial responsibility of a student, and how to manage your funds. There was quite a bit done with mental health. This has been a stressful, anxious time for so many since last March. So we're hoping, as we hopefully are coming on the backside of this pandemic, that we can get back to some sense of normalcy. Another program that we ran for our student athletes, a select group every year, was something called a Cougar Leadership Series. And I think that was very well received by our upperclassmen. And it dealt with a variety of topics, whether it was communication skills, verbal, nonverbal communication. What does it mean to be a leader? How do you handle difficult conversations? And things of that nature. And the one area where we struggled, but these young men and women found a way, was our community service. Obviously, service being one of the charisms, of course, and to be able to get out in the community was great, but they found other ways to do that.
Thank you so much for that. Now, how can the Cougar Club support student athletes?
Like, that's a great question, especially now. We've been so humbled by the generous support pre-COVID. It even takes that humility, if you will, and humbleness to another level. For people to go through what they're going through and still support these student athletes financially has been incredible. Everyone is feeling the impact of COVID and what it can do to your budget, whether it deals with travel, equipment. It's a situation where it's starting to cost us more to meet COVID protocols, and our budgets weren't designed for that, of course, when this happened. So the financial support that we're receiving from friends, family, community, those that are passionate about Misericordia Athletics, has allowed our student athletes to still see as normal an experience as possible. Without their support, I'm not sure what we would be looking like at this time. So the generosity of family, friends, community has really meant a lot to us.
I really appreciate you taking the time today, Coach. We hope that all Misericordia alumni can support student athletes and, more importantly, their competition.
Yeah, Mike, thanks so much for having me. I always enjoy the conversation. And as I said, we are extremely grateful to those that have contributed and will consider a contribution to help support these young men and women who, they're getting it done in all facets, right? We have good people who are really good students, who are really good within their sport. And we've got the banners to prove it, we've got the GPA to prove it, we're graduating young men and women, and the retention rate is great. So we really do appreciate the support that people provide us in a financial need or in a financial situation like the Cougar Club. So thank you.